Good morning, Year 9. Welcome to your lesson this morning, Tuesday the 9th of June. I hope you're all doing okay. It's a slightly different lesson today because, as you will have seen from your emails last night, I'm going to trial a Zoom lesson for our lesson this morning. Now, that's obviously in real time, so you're going to need to make sure that you are accessing it at the same time as I am delivering it. So those details are in your school email. They'll also be on Show My Homework, so please have a look out for that if that's what you want to do. Now, if you can't access it at that time, please don't worry. I will be recording the live part of it, so you'll be able to follow that later on if you want to. Equally, if you are just unable to access Zoom, that's also fine. This video is for the lesson on Show My Homework. So, thank you very much indeed for the effort you put into that 16-mark question last time. It went really, really well. I was really impressed by the stuff you sent in, and I hope you've received some feedback from me by now. I've responded to everything that I got sent in. I'd like to start this lesson with you looking at it, because even though you had the mark scheme, I want you to go back and look carefully at what it was that you made errors in and where you really succeeded last time, because there were some huge successes, some really, really impressive pieces of writing. If you've made an error, have a think about, is that a silly error that I can cut out myself, or is it something I need to learn and practice and develop to make sure I don't make those mistakes again? So please have a look at that. That's the first part. There's then an error correction, because we all make mistakes. It's absolutely fine to make mistakes. In fact, it's good. We learn from those mistakes. If you play it too safe and don't make errors, then, well, you're not pushing yourself enough, to be honest. So there's going to be an error correction. I want you to go through and just get into the habit of checking what are the common mistakes we make. Adjectival agreement, wrong verb endings, etc., wrong tenses. Go through and try and pick out those mistakes. Once you've done that, we're going to look at tenses. Now, we've covered all the tenses. We've spent a bit of time doing it, but that doesn't mean we don't need to keep going. We need to make sure you're always confident and comfortable using these different tenses. So we're going to look at the imperfect tense today, just to get you practicing it. It's not a tense you'll use a huge amount, but when you do, it will really shine a light on how good your grammar is. It'll make anyone reading it, any examiner, but more than that, you feel good about the language you can use in Spanish. It also means you can say a great deal more, because rather than just saying what you did, you can say what you used to do or were doing when something else happened. So that's what the lesson is based upon. I will be around for email contact, but because of the Zoom trial, it will be only in the second half. If you email me in the first half of the lesson, I'll probably struggle to reply to you. So feel free to get in touch if you'd like to. Otherwise, give it your best shot, and I will see you again in a week's time. Thanks.